pleasant good morning, and welcome to you wherever it is you're watching us from. This is Spoon TV Live. My name is Diamond Slunger. We're still on the assessment tour of the Jospong group of companies, owners of Zoomlion Ghana Limited, and today we begin our second day of our tour here at the JA Plant Pool. So this year, as you can see, is the open air showroom of the JA Plant Pool that is under the Jospong group of companies, Zoomlion owners as well. So this is their open showroom. This is where they showcase some of their equipment, heavy duty equipment that are brought in and used for various purposes, showcasing their capability as well, not just to operate in Ghana but also 22 other African countries. So what we're looking at here is the mega compactor truck. This truck here is used for the bulk collection of solid waste from transfer stations and then transferred to the Accra compost and recycling plant. So it's a sealed truck, as you can see, and it compacts the solid waste. So yesterday, as per our information, what we were informed of is that this truck alone makes 2 trips to the Accra compost and recycling plant after collecting all of the solid garbage from the transfer stations, including Panta transfer station. So this here is the smaller version of this one, so you can see the difference. This is quite long and takes a lot of load, and this is a bit smaller than that. So you see excavators, front end loaders. What you're looking at with the Diafang name on it, that machine is actually used to lay oil and gas pipelines. You see the front end loader and a lot of Scania trucks as well. So it's a mixed pool here of European and Chinese equipment and all around. So we'll be speaking to those in charge. You also do see youth buses. We'll be speaking to those in charge. They'll be providing us first-hand information on the started tour of this facility. So let's now see. Thank you. All right. So we have Victoria, if I remember the name. Yeah, Victoria, right?
Yes.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Please, I'm good. Yourself?
I'm pretty good as well. So you want to introduce yourself, though I know you by Victoria, but you want to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about the JA Plant Pool.
Okay.
And what are we standing in the midst of?
Okay. So this is JA Plant Pool Ghana Limited. We deal with earth moving equipment, spare parts, lubricants, tires, SUVs, buses, and as you can see, we also do servicing, car servicing, and currently we are bringing So East, which is plus version of Jetto. Yes, it will be in by next 2 weeks. Yes, and we will be also having a So East Experience Week. Yes, So East Experience Week, which we will have the opportunity to have come and have an experience with the So East car. You sit in, feel the car, how it's also works. So this is JA Plant Pool, as you can see, and we are one of the Jospong group of companies. Yes.
All right. So I'm looking at different types of machinery, including buses and the rest. Is this a showroom of this one?
This is open air showroom, and we also have a showroom behind this showroom for the SUVs, but this is the open air showroom for our trucks and the big machines.
All
yes.
Right. So, as a huge company, the Jospong group of companies, you have so many subsidiaries. Apart from the Jetor that you talked about, which is a luxury brand of vehicles and all of that, but I want to focus on the heavy duty earth moving component. How important is it for such a big company to bring in your own equipment, and these equipment that are brought in, which departments within your conglomerate do they feed? Just Zoomlion or other subsidiaries as well?
Not just Zoomlion. We have them 50 plus subsidiaries, which we also deal with different types. But this earth moving equipment is very important in this company. People bring their machines for servicing, and also we do rental servicing as well. The equipment are all at the bonded warehouse. When we go there, we will see it.
Okay, we can just be walking a bit.
Yes, please.
All right.
So when we go there, we will see it, and you will see we have brand new equipment. You see the
as a company, your capabilities, as in people are concerned about the availability of equipment, and now we're looking at just a sneak peek. We're seeing a large stockpile of equipment, so this means you have the capacity to perform in any sector that you venture into.
Yes, please. The equipment is there, and we will be bringing some. With some are not in stock right now, but by this year we will be bringing some right here in JA Plant Pool. So it's always available. When you are ready for it, you will have it.
Okay. All right. So, folks, if you're just joining us, this is Spoon TV Live. We at the JA Plant Pool. It is one of the subsidiaries of the Jospong group of companies. Where we just departed from is the open air showroom. So we did see a mixture of vehicles, heavy duty equipment as well. Here you can see forklifts. These forklifts, right? If I'm trying to know equipment right, these are forklifts in different sizes.
Leogon forklifts.
Okay, so you are also the importers of this.
Yes.
All right.
The Leogon forklifts.
And these are mini compactors or
hand roller.
Okay, hand rollers. So these are used for construction.
Yes, please. It's also a Leogon brand called hand roller. Okay. Yes.
All right. So for a company like Zoomlion that is into waste management, recycling, and compost production, you need heavy duty equipment.
Yes, sir.
And I saw excavators, front end loaders, forklifts, and the rest.
Yes.
What is your workforce like in terms of manpower? If you can give us not only a round figure, but just an approximate figure of your workforce.
200 plus.
200 plus.
Yes.
And they're made up of mechanics and the rest.
Yes, please.
All right. So let me also add him on so that we can get information as well. Thank you, Victoria. Yes. So we are having an in-depth conversation. She brought us up to speed with what the open air showroom is.
Okay.
And my question is, if you want to correlate this with Zoomlion, which is our main focus, what does this mean in terms of the availability of materials, especially equipment to do large-scale work?
Well, this goes further to show or to exhibit our capacity as a company. This, as you can see here, is a workshop, a vast workshop, heavy earth moving machinery. Most of the supplies that we have, this should show that we have grasp about what we do technically, and even all the way down to mechanically. We are able to service our own machines. We are able to import our own equipment, spare parts, what have you. There's a spare parts storeroom here for all our equipment. It means that we have a grasp of what we do, the entirety of the things that we do when it comes to waste management and then earth moving equipment. So as you can see here, we have some old machinery, we have workshop, we have excavators, we have tipper trucks, and all of that.
And talking about mechanical work, these guys are doing their jobs, doing a repair. This looks like an engine block.
Yes. So this as you can see here is an engine block being repaired on by mechanics that are specially trained. Most of them go outside for workshops, for trainings and all of that to come back. So they are high-tech engineers working on here. So this goes forward to show that Zoomlion over the years has developed capacity when it comes to technical matters, when it comes to technical things. So we don't just have experience in waste management, but we have experience in managing the things that we use, the equipment and the machinery that we use to undertake waste management. You know, waste management has evolved over time. It is now more technological. And when you talk about technology in waste management, it's all about equipment and machinery. So it is imperative that you are able to infuse technical knowledge into your dealings, your waste management dealings, so that you can get efficiency.
All of what you're saying, and my mind keeps going back to my own country and how, you know, we could benefit if there is a deal between the government and people of Liberia and Jospong Group through Zoomlion. Now we're leaving now from just waste management and recycling to mechanical engineering and mechanics, which once you invested in Liberia, you use heavy duty equipment, and of course there will be a need for mechanics and the rest. So in terms of your workforce as a company and your impact in the Ghanaian economy, especially the Ghanaian workforce, what does that tell you in terms of harnessing talents in different fields?
Well, I think
like the fellow up there.
So, for instance, you can see lots of people doing several other things here. This should also want to tell you that we have a large job market opportunity when it comes to the dealings that we do. Because of the technological skills that we have, we are able to expand the job availability. All the people you see here are all engineers, all sort of engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, what have you. This should go further to assure the people of Liberia that when just comes there, we have the capacity to be able to maintain the equipment that we'll be using, and that goes forward to also help expand employment and job for the people. So engineers, capacity of engineers, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers are also going to be harnessed in our efforts to waste management. So when we are bringing waste management, we are not just bringing only waste management, but we are bringing other aspects of waste management down to the last detail.
And you talked about training, specialized training. We have some institutions in our country, namely BWI, which is Booker Washington Institute. Okay. They also have a mechanical program there where they train mechanics and heavy duty equipment operators, and the rest. And now we're looking at transfer of knowledge. I know this question has been answered over and over and over again, but I'm a young man and I'm interested in young people, not just only young people, but Liberians getting job opportunities. Now, in this field of mechanics and the training of mechanics and the rest, are we also looking at a transfer of knowledge, and if engineers will be taken to train our people being brought here for transfer of knowledge as well and specialized training?
Yes. Basically, this is an entire learning field. Not everyone here is a bona fide engineer. You have national service people here, you have attaches here, you have people doing internships, you have people undergoing training here. So as you can see, this is a vast workshop where people can undergo training. So it is not something out of place that we do. Transfer of knowledge is something that we are very good at, because we learned from somewhere, and then
this truck wants to move, so we are advisable to get out of the way.
Yes. So we feel a transfer of knowledge is one of the key aspects of our dealings, because we always believe in improving the lives of people. So anywhere you find a Jospong Group or Zoomlion, what we want to do most and foremost, which is our core mission, is to improve the lives of people. So they can be rest assured that we are going to partner with the institutes or the institution that you just mentioned in Liberia to also harness the opportunities that we can gather. We can partner with them, we can transfer some knowledge to them. We can also, even after some while, we can also be sure that they can handle some of the things that we do here. So it's not going to be out of place at all to partner some of these institutions already in Liberia to also transfer the knowledge we have in Ghana here to them.
Okay. I see this has got the label specialization workshop. So if they don't mind, if we can just see as well and give our people first-hand viewing of what we are seeing as well. So the invitation was honored and accepted, that we come and do a first-hand assessment, put action to words as to what was said by Chairman Joseph Ajapon on Sunday when he had an exclusive interview with me on the Spoon Network. That look, we are a conglomerate. We have different branches. We are not just into waste management, but we are into the entire 9 yards of. You need equipment for the waste management programs. We've got equipment. You need maintenance. We've got maintenance department. You need the sewage to be treated and disposed of in a very humane way, less harmless way into society. We have that as well. You're talking about mechanics. Yeah, they are, and we enter in the specialization workshop where we see a lot of young people. That is another thing that I've noticed. Is it a company policy, or it is just by design inadvertently that much of your workforce are young people?
Yes. We are, the youth are the future. We believe in harnessing the capacity of the youth. They are more youthful, they are exuberant, and they work more, and the youth is the future. So you have lots of youth. When you come to just one group, you see very youthful people manning very important positions. You see youthful people engaging in all sort of things. It's because we believe in the future, and once you also pass out to a certain stage, we employ more youthful people. So creating job for the youth is one of our agenda, and that goes in a long way in improving the lives of people. So because if they are the youth, if they are the future, and don't give them the opportunity to grow, how then do you able to seize the future? So we believe in giving the youth the opportunity now to grow, to harness their talent. We are the new era, okay, and this is the era that we have to embrace. So, and the era now is for the youth. So it's not a company policy per se, but it's a company vision. Okay, because we have older people managing these youthful people, we have older people guiding them and all of that, but we give them the chance. We are not scared to give youth people or the youth the chance to exhibit their talent or to explore new opportunities. So that is what the Just One Group is about.
All right, so we are now moving into the specialization workshop where we see, again, a lot of young guys working. Hello, good morning, how are you?
Good morning, I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, your name?
Odum John.
Oh, John.
Yes,
so
please.
what are you doing this morning?
Currently, it's yesterday that I started working on the engine.
Okay.
Yes, so as I came back, I have to come and continue the work that I was doing yesterday. So right now, I just fixed my diesel pump.
Okay.
So I'm tightening the components around it.
All right.
So currently, this is what I am doing now.
How long have you been working here at the JA plant pool?
I've been 4 years, 5 months.
4 years, 5 months.
Yes, please.
So you are keeping count of how long you've been here. You are keeping a record.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And since then, what would you love to say to those watching and listening in terms of the impact working here has made on you, and how important it is to be part of such a huge institution?
What I would say to the people watching me or listening to me right now is, working with Plant Pool is a good opportunity, because basically where I came from, I was working with a different company, but over there I was limited to only one car.
Okay.
But since I joined Plant Pool 2020, I'm now exposed to different types of vehicles.
Okay.
And as you can see, we have Jetto. Even the Jetto itself, we have Jetto T2, X90, X70 Plus. You get it? Now we have Nissan.
Yeah, this is a Nissan body.
When you go out there, we have Toyota, Hilux, and other Land Cruisers. So working here has given me another platform that I can work on all the vehicles, no matter what. You understand? So working here is a good opportunity. If you get opportunity to work with Plant Pool, it's not easy.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically, from what I understood, is that from being limited to working on one type of car, you have now gotten the opportunity to expand your skill and expertise.
Exactly.
And you can work on as many different types of vehicles as possible. So this has now empowered you to become an expert of many rather than one.
Exactly.
All right, sir. Thank you. I wish you all of the best in your repair works that you're doing there. So John has just said that the opportunities here are limitless, and he came in as a specialist of one, but now he's a master of many. Is it also part of your scheme to make sure that you harness the talent and potential of individuals and not limit them to specifics, that people can be versatile?
Yes. We have a track record of doing that. Even with the sanitation part, we have people that came in as sweepers. We have people that came in as simple janitors, cleaners, and they are now managers, district managers. We have people, drivers that came in as just drivers, and now they are administrators in offices and all of that. This is the unique way the Just One Group does things. We give opportunities to anybody, to everybody at all. Once you have the will to learn and improve and advance, we give you that. So we always feel that it is an important thing to let people grow. So once you come in and you feel like, it's an open field. If you do work on excavators and you feel you want to work on buses, you can just learn. Okay, that is what we call shared knowledge. So even amongst us, we share our knowledge. How much more to the
how many years now since the JA Plant Pool has been in operation? Because experience comes with a number of years, and the number of years also speak to challenges that you've overcome and new knowledge that you've been able to gather. How many years since?
18, right? We've been, I think, 18 years. I think we've been in existence. We've been working, we've been operating for the last 18 years, almost 2 decades. Experience with work and mechanical is a hands-on thing. You gather it with hands-on. So even if you've been in the business for longer, you don't get the chance to be working on new equipment and advancing and be going for workshops. You don't gather that much experience. But the mechanics that we have here, or the people, the personnel that we have here, they undergo frequent workshops. They undergo frequent trainings, education, and there's always something to do. So someone can even be here for 5 years but has experience of 3 decades because of the hands-on experience and the people that they learn from. So
let's do it in a hypothetical way. Let's assume you are given a contract in Liberia to spend 25 to 30 years, and looking at what you've been able to achieve, the various branches as well, there is a concern about ability to deliver. What can you say about the ability to deliver in terms of there wouldn't be breaks in the work because there isn't the availability of equipment, there isn't the availability of spare parts? Looking at all of those challenges, that is why you unarguably settled to have this plant pool to feed your other industries, including Zoomlion. Now speak to that question, sir.
Right.
In terms of guarantees and availability of the equipment to make sure the work is continuous and there isn't stoppages due to challenges of equipment not being available or spare parts not being available.
3 things, okay? 1, over this past few days, from yesterday to today, anyone that is watching this live stream can attest to the fact that we have the capacity. I mean, it doesn't just come by a day's chance that you are able to build companies like this from the ground up. Even installation of these equipment all the way here in Ghana, it doesn't come by chance. So it should tell you that we have purpose in our hearts to do these things, and we have built our capacity over the years. So when it comes to guarantees, anyone that has seen this live stream or has been to our plants can be rest assured that we can do it. Now the Just One Group has, as you can see, we have our maintenance workshops, we have our J plant food to supply our equipment and machinery, we have recycling plants, we have the transfer stations. This is a thoroughly thought through process that we have executed thoroughly to the latter excellently from one company to the other. So if you can see here, we don't
these compacted trucks in waiting. These are just in waiting, and the rest are on the field. But these compacted trucks, they are all just in waiting. So we're looking at numbers of these trucks,
excavators, all of them. This capacity guarantees that we are ready, always available to do the work. So in a case where someone says that, hey Zoomlion, I need you to come do this for me, we are not going to wait for shipment of equipment. We can just deploy some of the equipment straight to where you are to deliver the work. This is guarantee enough that we are capable of doing the job. We don't now have to outsource maintenance. We now do not have to outsource shipment of equipment.
How do you get this equipment in? Because these are large scale equipment, and this is a very large scale operation. I'm looking at mining equipment there. Those trucks are not ordinary trucks. They're used for mining purposes. I've been to mines, so when I see them, I know them. They are bigger ones than this as well. I'm looking at mega size excavators and the rest, pickups and the rest ready to go. Do you get them in through the regular terminal at the port, or you have a specialized terminal for your operations to avoid delays as well?
No, so we have built capacity over the years. We have Amaris Terminal, which is a subsidiary of the Jospon Group. We work with the government of Ghana. We work by the laws of Ghana. We bring all of these things in through our ports. We have Amaris Terminal that, which is also a subsidiary of the Jospon Group, that also facilitates some of the shipments of these equipments into Ghana. So that's what I'm saying, that we are well drilled machinery as a company with expertise in every area that we need. So some of these equipments, because we have been doing it over the years, we have the capacity to be able to be undertaking some of these projects, and it comes with relative ease because of Amaris and the expertise they have in shipment and then coming or deployment of things and machinery like this. And we have our partners outside of Ghana that we are able to procure things from with relative ease. So Jospon Group is a giant when it comes to some of these things.
So in short, you already have the ball at your feet, and all you need to do is just to hear the referee whistle and say game on.
All we need is for someone to call for a pass, and just like
and you
just flick it to you.
So it takes away the issue of initial mobilization, where at this stage it's confusing, because now you have to go sort out, where do I get excavators, where do I get front end loaders, where do I get compactor trucks, where do I get pickups for movement and mobilization, even buses for my staff and all of these things. So it takes all of that out, and you already know where to kick off from, how to get it started.
We have the
and move.
store, we have spare parts. So it's not just the equipment. We have their spare parts, we have their engineers, we have their mechanics, we have everything ready to be deployed. So when you come to there's something called a one-stop shop, and that is what the Jospon Group is. It's a one-stop shop. So anything you want, you don't have to now go out. Everything is ready here.
Let me throw this at you, and I want you to give me a fair answer, not just from a company insider perspective, but from a perspective of your fair analysis and layperson analysis. Right. You have a mega company as Jospon, 76 subsidiaries, port, shipping, travel agency, hospitality, the JA plant that deals with heavy machinery. You have the GTOR branch that deals with the luxury vehicles. You have Zoomlion into sanitation, and you have Dredge Masters in SSGL and the rest. But there has been criticisms, and one of those reasons brought us here, apart from assessment, but to have a first-hand view of what is on the ground here. This is your home country. What would you say if you were to grade Jospon, a good company or a bad company? And if there have been challenges, how have you been able to navigate those challenges, and what were those challenges that you've been faced with over the years as a company?
When I joined the company, the first thing that struck me was our mission. And the mission was not for the company's own benefit, but the mission is to improve the lives of people. A company that has a mission to improve the lives of people, I don't think is a bad company. Over the years, we have demonstrated our mission to improve the lives of people. We have done social interventions. Most of the things we do are social intervention projects. You know, if you look at waste management, several countries are plagued with waste management, but the Jospon Group and Zoomlion took it upon themselves to decide to say that we are going to intervene in it, we are going to invest in it for the health of the people, for the welfare of the people, and for the well-being of the people. So a company as such, I think it's laughable for anyone to think that this company can be bad. And we have been working for over 3 decades. and we are still in existence, and we have been doing and growing from year to year. So the Jospon Group, or Zoomlion, is a company that is a God idea. It's a company that has grown over time because of the good things that we have been doing and the interventions that we have been providing for people. So I want to rest assured this to the people, for your audience, that the Jospon Group, look at a young guy like me. I've been working for the Jospon Group for the past 6 years. Where would I have gotten this opportunity to be able to be working in a company like this if not for the Jospon Group? You look around and you see all these young guys, and they've all been given equal opportunities. There's no way this company can be a bad company. This company is a company that touches and improves the lives of people.
And the lives of Liberians, again, remains my core concern. There are some allegations, or I want to say rumors, negative to your companies in essence, that you foreign and you want to come into Liberia, snuff off the life, bring in an influx of Ghanaians to do all of the work. But what I've noticed, again, this is my personal assessment, that's why I'm on the ground to do an investigative findings, is that what I've noticed is I have not seen any foreign intervention in all of your operations. It's all Ghanaians, young ones for that matter. I was amazed by Julius at SSGL. He knows his stuff. And whilst he was speaking, honestly, I was picturing a lot of young, smart, intelligent Liberians like him, who, when given the opportunity, can perform equally or even above what he did. So the fact that you've owned this as Ghanaians, which was intentional, are you also planning, and if so, to make Liberians to own what will be established when it should be established in our country?
I think the executive chairman, Dr. Joseph Sia in Japan, on your show last Sunday, I think he made it very clear, and from the horse's own mouth, he said and made it clear that this is not a job, or this is not a project that we are going to take away from Liberians. This is a project that we are doing for Liberians. It is a knowledge we have and we want to share with our people in Africa. The Moving to Africa project by the Jospon Group is not to capture, but it's to give back, or to also share. So let me say, not to capture but to share. Okay, that is what the intention of moving into Africa is, because together we grow together. Okay, so we have achieved this in Ghana. We have done all of these things in Ghana. The purpose for us moving into Africa is to share the knowledge we have accrued or we have acquired over the years. So they can be rest assured that this is not a capture project but a sharing project. So when you see here, all of these things, equipments, obviously are not from Ghana. All of the machinery you saw at Accra and SSGL, obviously they were not built in Ghana. There are people from outside, from Europe, from Asia, from the West, that came on board to teach us. But after a while, we pick up and they leave. That is what we intend to do. When we went to the Abukubi transfer station, the indirect jobs that were created, they are all indigents. They were all people, they were all citizens of the country. There's no way you can pick a Ghanaian from Ghana to go and do waste management in Liberia. It doesn't work that way. The only thing we can do is to show you the way, is to guide you, is to teach you to a certain point. And that is what we look to do. So I want to assure the people of Liberia, again looking into the camera, to tell them that the Jospon Group is not on a capture project. We are on a knowledge sharing project. We are on a sharing project, as it should be in Africa. Africa for Africans. For instance, when we started with our recycling plants, we had to tailor make it for African waste, because the waste you find in Europe is different from what you find in Africa. So there were several times that we had issues when we started with their technology. It had to be refined in Ghana. It had to be improved in Ghana. African problems, or African solutions for African problems. And that was the mantra we had. And we had to refurbish or advance the technology they had to fit our problem. So when it comes to Ghana, no other Western Africa or country or Western company or institution can offer the African solutions that we can offer.
Talking about African solutions, you have a signed and sealed contract in Lagos, don't you?
Yes, we do. As published, the executive chairman also mentioned it. We are in several other African countries, and they are buying into the idea because they realize that Jospon Group is here to share.
And we're talking about Nigeria, a country with huge financial might and capabilities,
Lots of
with
people.
a lot of billionaires who could take money and throw it into waste management to establish mega companies.
So it's
So
a matter of
why did they? I know it didn't come overnight.
Yeah.
How long did it take to get that contract?
I think it took long. I don't think I was even-
Why do you think Nigerians have trusted you, especially a city of its population like Lagos, to trust a Ghanaian company to go in and help them solve their problem?
I think Africa is rising. Africa is understanding that there is not one and there's not two. There's not black and there's not white. There's not red and there's no green. We are together. So as a matter, I think maybe when they even started the negotiations with Nigeria, I was not even in the company, so I can't really speak to that. But I can understand that Nigerians would bank, or after what you have seen here, anyone at all would bank on the experience that we have accrued over the years. So I think it's a matter of experience, it's a matter of capacity, being able to have the capacity to execute, or the guarantees to be able to execute it. So anyone that has an open mind and looks at what we have done over the years can be assured that we can do that. I think that is where the Nigerians felt. They came here, they saw what we have done over the years, they believed in us, they believed Africa is for Africans, we have African solution for African problems, and they bought in us. And I think that is the main reason why we are together.
All right, folks, we are wrapping up right here from the JA Plant Pool. This is one of the subsidiaries of the Jospong group of companies. Here they house their heavy duty equipment meant to go into operations not just for companies that are under the Jospong umbrella, but also other private institutions as well. You can take a panoramic view of around this particular facility. It is mega and it is functioning as well. For workforce, the workforce includes a lot of young, energetic Ghanaians. So for youth empowerment and for job creation as well, this is another stopping point. At the end of the day, this well-oiled machinery that is the Jospong group of companies is saying to Liberians that we are providing African solutions to African problems, and expertise, as you listen to him, is something we have got under our belt as well. If you're worried about capacity to perform, take a look around and see the type of machineries that they've got in stock. According to them, these are machines and heavy duty equipment that hasn't even left the motor pool. They're still there to make an intervention whenever they need it. So to speak to capacity, they said we don't want to speak, we want to show. To speak to experience, they said we've been in Ghana operating for close to 20 years. We've now made interventions in Nigeria, we've now made interventions in Rwanda, and we are in 22 other countries. As to whether or not a company is good or bad, it is for you to analyze the advantages and the disadvantages, the pros and the cons. In the environmental solution, they've transformed Pantime, a once dreaded area where people never wanted to live, into a hospitable area with a transfer station. At the Accra compost and recycling plant, they turn waste into reusables that goes a long way into providing economic benefits, not just to their employees but to the Ghanaian economy as well. As to worker relations and the rest, those are questions we'll continue to ask, but the answer to one of the many questions is, if you employ over 30,000 individuals and you provide food on the tables of over 100,000 families, and you are also a very mega and major company that plays in 22 other African countries, if there are mistakes and mishaps, the question is, what lessons have they learned? According to Chairman Ajipon, they had an issue with the World Bank, they were debarred, they went through the punishment, and now, having done all of that, are executing World Bank projects all across Africa. According to him, mistakes were made, but the interventions have made them stronger than what they were as to when or before that mistake was recorded. There are those who have said that Zoomlion made the Liberian government to pay an unannounced, or a figure that cannot be put into a lump sum, undisclosed amount of money. The Zoomlion company has said, show us the document, show us where the government of Liberia paid monies on our behalf, and we will make an intervention. But the question again is, if this company was not to be wanted in Liberia? Why did they go through all of the bidding process and now it's one of the shortlisted companies? Again, on the issue of capacity and work to be done, they've said they are not coming into garbage collection or waste collection. Rather, they're coming into recycling and turning waste into reusables. So instead of putting tricycles on the streets, they are going to provide tricycles for already existing and new CBEs or SMEs. All they're saying they want to do is to transform one town, a place where inhabitants are being, bamboozled on a daily basis with the stench, and that place is becoming uninhabitable for those residents. They're saying they want to transform one town into a green park that is also going to provide energy that will, when it's done, be fed into the national grid if an agreement is done. They want to transform the Trismanberg landfill into a recycling and compost production plant. In the event of where you look at job creation directly and indirectly, the avenues for employment are limitless. By the end of the day, there will be diverse views as to what should be done. The government of Liberia bears that sole responsibility of looking at the interest of Liberia and Liberians and making a decision that is to benefit the country and its populace. My name is Diamond Slanger. We'll be moving to the next stop in our assessment tour here of the Jospong group of companies, but from a very organized and mechanized JA planting pool here in Accra, Ghana. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back live again. Bye bye.